Good morning, welcome back to Chili Jam Projects. Today, a very exciting one. We've been wanting to do this job for a while now on the farm. I say farm, on the yard, on the plot, at Brummitt Farmhouse. And yeah, it was just, I was just waiting for the right time. I was looking for the right product, and I think we found it. This is not sponsored in any way, shape or form. A little side note to that point, Reolink, who obviously are the manufacturer of these cameras, Reolink reached out to me and Lucy on the channel at the very beginning, the very first start of the channel, and we didn't think it was the right time to push a product. I'm certainly not going to push a product that I've not really used or had any experience with. So we kindly turned them down on the premise of maybe we'll talk again in the future when the channel's a little bit bigger and we can reach more people and spread positivity. But they were super great. So which leads us on to this product. Again, not sponsored. Me and Lucy have paid for these out of our own hard-earned cash. I'm not very good at stats, so I've got the page up here. These are what are they? They're a camera. The Reolink Go Ranger PT. So when we were looking at cameras, we needed something that are self-sufficient on solar power, because obviously we want to protect the full land and there's just not electricity over the full land. So we wanted something that was self-sufficient in terms of solar power, and we also needed something that was 4G or cellular, or however you want to describe it, because basically, number one, we haven't got Wi-Fi at the property, and if we did have Wi-Fi, it would definitely not reach all the way to the places that we want to put them. So these really did fit the bill. I was looking at some slightly cheaper ones. I'll be honest, we've got 4 of exactly the same camera, the Ranger Ranger Go PT. I think the Ranger just means that it's camouflage. So we've got 4 of these, and I think we paid just under £700 for the, obviously for 4 cameras and 4 solar panels. They come as a kit, which is great. So, and that was that cost. Then came the fun part of trying to find a SIM card. So I'm with ID Mobile. They've been absolutely brilliant, and I was just going to get some. I was going to get a SIM card that I've got and just put them in the phone. I was going to get the SIM card that I've got, put them in the cameras, but they wouldn't let me get 4 plans, which is fine. So I was looking around and trying to find a decent deals, and a lot of people said go for, I can't remember the brand. But I wasn't so sure. Basically, long story short, we've bought 4 prepaid SIMs that from EE, they cost £50 each, but that is for a full year. So the upfront cost of the cameras around £700. I think they have got a deal on at the minute, I think. But obviously I've got them a deal because I got them in. They did. I think it was 17% off in a bundle of 2. So we saved a nice little bit there, and the running costs of these cameras per year will be £200, which at the minute is absolutely fine. It was a little bit frustrating, the fact that I had to upfront the SIM card cost, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it'll end up being cheaper anyway. So we've gone for that. So today, we're going to go about installing them. I've put up cameras at mine and Lucy's current house, and they was the Ring cameras, battery cameras, really easy to install. So I can't imagine there being any different. But yeah, I don't know if you want to know anything else about the cameras. I can read off a few little stats. They're 4K, Ultra HD. They've got animal detection, which was a big one for us, because obviously if we design on getting a few little animals here and there, and obviously one's going to be the crumpet cam, we need animal detection. So that was a good a good feature. It's got battery solar powered, which is obviously we mentioned, the waterproof, got night vision. You know, overall they are probably the best 4G camera I think on the market. And yes, they was expensive, but £700. But then when you look at all the equipment that we've got and the stuff like that, it's absolutely well worth the investment. So yeah, we're just going to go around and I'll show you putting up one, and then I'll probably time lapse maybe another one. It's going to be very difficult to film if I'm honest, because they're going to be high up. So I might have to, yeah, I might just have to time lapse it and see what sort of footage we get, or I'll just do a little roundup at the end. But that is today's job. So yep, so the Reolink Ranger Go PT. Probably got that wrong. I definitely have got that wrong. But yeah, thank you for joining us, guys, and I'm already sweating. There's a lot of flies around. Cheers, guys.
Hanging on, walking tall. Some days I got no use for it all. Working hard, making less. Some days are bad, bad at best. Foolish notions, foolish lies. I set to thinking I could make something of me, playing every game except the lottery, serving everybody else and told myself I'm free. Misery is a showy state of bad company. Foolish notions, foolish lies, foolish notions, they cut me down.
That was the state of the drive belt. So I bought a couple of sizes because I couldn't really find which one it should be.
What was in that one on it?
Well, you can't. There's no doodads on it. So I've got that one, which is a 33 inch.
It's too big, is it?
I'm going to try a 32. That's all I've got. I've got a 33 and a 32. How are you? You alright?
I'm sound, mate.
Good.
Sound as a hero.
Good to hear. Well, hello. Really good to have you guys back. What a lovely day this was. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I give myself third-degree burns on my ears. I've recently gone for the full bald look, and surprisingly, the bald head's holding up very well. But the ears wasn't, or haven't, and still have nothing. Don't make sense, but we'll move on. I don't think you guys have seen this little piece of unbelievable garden maintenance equipment that we purchased a couple months back. There's not much information out there about them, to be honest with you. I think it's Orek brush cutter. It was going for sale on the old Facebook marketplace for, I think it was around £600. And it's a beautiful bit of kit. You saw earlier in the video, we're just changing the fan belt. The fan belt was slipping a little bit. And yeah, got a couple of fan belts for literally 10 quid. And she gets to the areas where Big Trev can't. So really happy to get that piece of equipment on board. So this is the point of the video where I'm going to apologise for essentially not being a very good YouTuber. I wish I had some sort of rig that I could have the GoPro on my head or on my chest, because that would have been a lot more better for you guys. But unfortunately, I just didn't, and I just had this day to get the job done. If I'm honest, there wasn't that much to it. The Reolink kits was really good in the sense of you got plenty of stuff that you needed. So it came with some paper stencils that you could offer up to where you was going to mount the bracket to. Offer them up, drill them through, and then it was just a simple case of putting your plugs in, and it was repeat for the solar panel. There was a little bit of faffing around to get the actual camera set up with the SIM card. I set one up at mine and Lucy's current home, and it wasn't too bad, but there was a little bit of a knack to it. So that took a little bit of time. If I'm honest, the full day took a lot longer than what I thought it was going to do, but it is such a great job to get done, and it's given me and Lucy the peace of mind that we need for them odd occasions that we're not at the house, because I'll be honest, we are there a lot, but it's just nice to have that peace of mind, and these definitely do provide that. So again, apologies for the really poor camera work. Look at how I'm climbing this ladder. You wouldn't think that I climb ladders for a living. But thank you guys for your support. We're going to be shortly going into the roundup now with a little bit of real life. I make it sound like some sort of nature documentary, but real life footage from the app. Just showing you how the footage looks and some of the features. And yeah, really, really glad to get this done. We're super thankful for all the support we're getting, and I won't thank you too much because I'll probably thank you again in the roundup. But cheers for the support, and yeah, really pleased with this day. Cheers, guys.
Guys, quite a long day here at Brummitt Farmhouse. Just had a lovely chap over to fit a smart meter because we was just getting hammered with estimated usage and all that sort of good stuff. So the best thing for us is just to get a smart meter, because we're not here, so we're not using electricity, so they can pull the data straight away and see how it is. Everyone say hello to Crumpet. She's been the goodest of the girls, just absolutely chilling. So today has been a very good day. It's took longer than what I thought it would do, to be honest, but we've got all the cameras up. We've got all 4 cameras up. We've time-lapsed a few. Unfortunately, my setup, I'm trying to get out the sun. Unfortunately, my setup doesn't really allow, at the minute, for POV. Is at the sort of right term. So obviously, when I'm working up ladders, I've got nothing really to show you guys, or nothing to hold the camera to show you guys, and I'll try and capture in the GoPro footage, but obviously it's difficult as it is, just with upper height, trying to balance everything, and especially this one up here was the worst because it was really high up and it decided to get quite windy. So unfortunately guys, I didn't get to obviously show you the process, but I'm more than happy to talk it through if somebody's interested. If somebody wants to know more about how the setup goes, how the SIM card works, how the app works, I'm going to try and put a little bit of footage in from the app just to show you the sort of quality that we get from these Reolink cameras. I keep wanting to say Renogy because our camper van uses Renogy. But so that's been today. So I have 4 cameras installed. It's going to give me and Lucy so much more peace of mind when away from the property for a large chunks. Obviously when we're working and all stinky butt there is left there, so you know we've got eyes on her at all time. So a great day, another lovely day. I'll just spin you guys round. As you can see, we had to do a bit of tree management because obviously there was all trees and stuff up there, so I've got rid of all that. We had a bit of a grass cut, we found a blooming burnt mattress over here. Again, same story with the large amounts of rubbish on the land. There's also some stuff around here that we'll have to get to eventually because there's all sort of metal and stuff. But how good is the, it's going to focus in on my hand. Don't know how well you can see that camera, but the camo's next level really. And let me just flip you around. I spoke to our neighbour Matt, and he raised a good point in the sense of, well, don't you want people to see him? And I suppose the answer is really twofold really, because yes, you do want people to see the cameras and be deterred by them, but then you also, you know, we live in a very farmy area with air rifles, BB guns, shotguns. You don't want people taking a pop at them. So I think the plan of attack is to maybe get some dummies and just fire them up. And then it's the best of both worlds, but you can't really see them, to be honest, which is, I think is good because of how expensive they were in the outlay and stuff like that. But I'm going to check in with you guys in the sense of sort of usage, how I'm finding it, how I'm finding the app. I was a little bit worried when setting it up. I thought I might have to pay a monthly subscription, which then it makes it quite an expensive deal because obviously I've already shelled out quite a lot of money then, but you don't. I've double checked and you don't need to. You get, look at the state of my beard. You get a few nice perks if you pay the monthly cost, but it's not something that we'll be interested in. But we'll let you know how user friendly the app is and how the quality of the cameras. Hopefully I can, like I said before, just capture a few little nice bits. And yeah, and that's today in a nutshell. It's been a long day, been a good day. Yeah, really enjoyed it. So we'll wrap up now and head back. But let's get out of the sun. Thank you guys for joining in, tuning in. Again, that's the chili jam promise. Everything we do down here gets recorded, and but yeah, we appreciate the support. You know, we're seeing a nice little uptick in the viewership again, which is nice. You know, I'm not doing it for monetary gain or anything like that. I'm doing it to look back in 5 years' time when we've built our little small holding and go, like, just take a second and look at what we've achieved. 'Cause it's a lot of hard work, but we love it. I love it. Crumpet loves it. And so yeah, we're just gonna go from there. But thank you guys for watching and supporting. Just if you haven't subscribed, and if this sort of stuff interests you, please subscribe. Obviously, I'm not forcing you guys to. give us a like, give us a comment. The comments and likes really do help because they show that there's an engagement with the video, and it'll just get it out to more people, which is great, because I'm hoping you're finding this sort of stuff interesting and maybe a little bit informative. But we'll leave it there, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.